That sucks. The schedule makers in Conference USA really, they really did us dirty this year. And you guys know that. You guys that follow North Texas football that have chatted on the Mean Green, on the Go Mean Green website, it's been discussed. It's out there. So getting back to it, what is a realistic expectation for wins for this team this year? You hate to throw out and just say 1. But again, you're breaking in a lot of new players, a new system, and you don't know yet if the potential can produce. We've been saying that for the past 3 years now with some of the guys on this team. They feel that the coaching staff can get these guys to produce. So you look at games that are winnable games. I look at right now UTSA, which I'm even starting to think that may not be a winnable game because UTSA I think they've had a really good offseason. But I was reading something about Sturm and Jared Johnson down there still in a quarterback battle. That's surprising to me. That's the one great thing I like about North Texas this year is we don't have a quarterback battle. We pretty much know it's Alec Morris. We're going to ride with him. We have a leader. And the past 2 years, I think the quarterback battle's kind of disrupted team chemistry. We know it's Alec Morris this year. We can move forward. So anyways, getting back to the point. UTSA, that's a winnable game. I think Rice is another winnable game. Some people are, they like Rice. I just don't see it. When I was looking at, the talent that's out there that Rice has, I'm not sure that they have a lot of talent. They're, new quarterback. So I think Rice is definitely a game that we can win. Now, we didn't play well on the road under McCarney, but this is Luttrell, this is Graham Harrell. So I think Rice, that's a winnable game. SMU, 10.5-point favorites. I think it's a winnable game because it's at home. There's going to be a lot of energy under Luttrell. They're still, recovering from their June Jones days. Yes, the talent is better on SMU. They've had better recruiting classes, but again, we have good talent too, but it hasn't been coached well. So, okay, that first game, a lot of energy in the stadium, a lot of excitement. Having a guy like Alec Morris under center or in the shotgun in this offense, I think that bodes well. We have a chance. So, okay, there's 3 winnable games right there. Bethune-Cookman. It's going to be tough, but it's a winnable game. Yes, they're an FCS opponent, but you know what? They only lost 2 games last year, and they were really good. So there you go. So you got 4 winnable games right there. In Middle Tennessee, even though it's at home, probably not a winnable game. They just have too much offense. I don't think our defense can stop them. Marshall, again, we played them tough last year because their offense wasn't that great. I don't think their offense is good, and they were one of the top 5 offensive teams. They're certainly one of the top 5 defensive teams in Conference USA. So I don't think that's a winnable game. At Army, that's an interesting one. I think Army is probably a winnable game, but they are good. They are better than a lot of North Texas fans give them credit for. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. So, okay, so you have Army, you have Rice, you have Bethune-Cookman, SMU, and UTSA. So 5 winnable games right there. Florida, not really a winnable game. I think it's a game that we could keep close, though, but I don't think the talent and depth thing in the fourth quarter will come into play. So that's definitely not one. Louisiana Tech is interesting. They have a lot of good talent around the quarterback position there, but I'm not sure if they have a quarterback. And we all know that you need a quarterback. So Skip Holtz is a good coach. I think being realistic right now without having seen the team scrimmage and see what they have, I don't think that's a winnable game. I don't think at Western Kentucky is a winnable game. I don't think Southern Miss is a winnable game. And at UTEP, that is possibly a winnable game there, right? I'm not, their quarterback situation is better than last year. They got Aaron Jones. We highlighted their offense as being the 5th best offense in Conference USA. their scheme versus our defensive scheme right now would lead me to believe that they could mash it down our throats and we wouldn't be able to stop them. So, I'm still going to lean towards that a winnable game because it's at the end of the year. And these guys will, they will progress. The offense will get better as the year goes on. So I think coming into that UTEP game, it's a winnable game. So there you go. 6 winnable games. What's a realistic expectation out of those 6 games? Realistically, I think the max you could say is 6 because they're winnable. I think realistically 3. I would say 3 wins is being realistic with this team and where they are. And I know it might seem as a disappointment to some fans, and it probably might not be a disappointment to other fans. They want to see this team compete. I want to see this team compete in every game. I want to see explosive offense and points on the boards, and I want to see the defense getting better, flying around, forcing turnovers. So I think realistically 6 is the max, and I think 3 is probably where we see this team end up. 1 to 3. I definitely think we'll win 1. I feel good about saying we should win 3, and I say that we can win 6. I hope that makes sense this morning. I know it's early out there for some of you guys. I know it's early for me. I get up at 4:20 every morning and hit the floor running. So if we ended up with 4, 5 wins somewhere in there, because you never know how some of these teams, injuries play into it and whatnot happens, and we may pull off an upset against somebody we shouldn't, and we may lose to somebody we shouldn't. But I want to get to something that Adam from Mean Green Nation said. It's hard to put expectations really on this team this year because the transition is so dramatic to what it's been. The offense is so much more wide open. The defense, you feel like, is definitely better coached and is going to be much more aggressive than it has been under McCartney ever was. You feel like they were so bad last year that there's so much more room for improvement this year. So, it's hard to set realistic expectations for 2016. But I think it's important to temper some of the expectations and some of the hype that's out there right now. I'm not saying that you need to go and say, Greg said we're going to suck. No, I don't think we're going to suck. I think this is going to be a fun team to watch because they're so young. The transition is so, far from what it's been, trying to be ground and pound and physical to wide open and let it fly, what everybody else in college football is doing. And we have some of the guys that can do that. So I think it's going to be a really fun team to watch. I think that you need to back off on some of the hype that they're getting right now. We haven't seen them really in a scrimmage. They've only been going up against each other. And this was 2 of the worst units in college football last year. So, if the offense looks good one day, it's hard to tell how bad really was the defense or how good was the offense. We won't really know much about the team until we step on the field against SMU. We thought we had better quarterback play. We thought we had better everything going in SMU last year, and we didn't. It was kind of a mirage. This year, it's going to be, we don't really know what we have, but we feel like we have the potential to be exciting, We feel like we have the potential to be maybe even a bowl team. Is that realistic? Who knows at this point? I know for me personally, I don't think it's realistic, but I'm not going to downplay you for saying that we may be a bowl team, by the time that we get to UTEP, who knows? Maybe we're fighting for our 6th win at that point. So I think it's just important to just kind of let the off season, let the fall camp play itself out. Have hope, definitely have hope, because I think there's hope with this team. Temper your expectations for the year. Don't get too high or low with this team. Focus on, this team improving from what it was last year and then improving throughout the season. and focus on them being a fun team to go watch. You know, last year they weren't fun to watch. The year before they really weren't fun to watch either. So, you know, this is an exciting brand of football that we have at UNT now. They're worth paying the admission to go see. I think that, you know, come SMU game, it may be a shootout. You know, everybody loves shootouts except for defensive coordinators, really. And I don't think they care. I mean, they might be a little disappointed if they give up 40 points, but if you win, you win. So, again, I will just say that realistically, you know, 3 wins for this team would be good. You know, improving the scoring to, you know, 11 or 15 points from what it was last year. Bringing down the defensive score, you know, 5 to 10 points from what it was last year. Improving, you know, giving up on the explosive plays. You know, forcing more turnovers. Getting more explosive plays out of the offense. You know, so I think those are realistic views on this team. With that, I just want to let you guys know that I will be out at the scrimmage tomorrow. I'll have a write-up or something up on Mean Green Nation on my thoughts on what happened in the scrimmage. I'd like to get back on here and break down the scrimmage, my thoughts for you too as well. You can always follow me on Twitter at MGN_breakdown. Please go to meangreennation.com, visit our site. There's always some cool stuff posted on there. There's always good articles, good write-ups by Adam and our new writer, Aldo. He does a good job breaking down some of the air raid receiver routes, the principles that are in it. So, and I know Adam is an air raid guru. Well, no, yeah, okay, I'll give him guru. He likes it. He's read a lot about it. There's a lot that can be read about it. So, again, come see us at meangreennation.com. Follow me on Twitter. Follow at meangreennation on twitter.com. That's all I got for you guys today. You know, live your life with some passion out there. Enjoy the day. It's going to be a hot one again today, but tomorrow with the scrimmage brings new life, brings new hope, and cooler weather. It's only supposed to be in the 90s tomorrow, and your balls won't be sweating as much as they will be today when it's like 105 out there and a heat index of 110. You wake up in the morning, it's 90 degrees already. What is that crap? I'm ready for some cooler fall football weather. I think we get it this Saturday. I think we get some rain on Sunday, and I think we'll be feeling good about North Texas football by the time we get to SMU. I think we really will. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. I look forward to talking to you guys soon.